Mágat agus tátar me deisio a couple of focail in Novershaw. I remember years ago I was selling fencing stakes and we ran out of them, and a purchaser rang me on the phone and he was looking for fencing, a lorry load of fencing stakes in a hurry. And I started explaining the problems I face getting supply and so on, and he said, Éamon, that's not my problem. I'm not looking for excuses. I'm looking for fencing stakes. And I think the same thing could be said about the person looking for the passport. We can give all the statistics and all the reasons, but if you booked, whatever reason, you have to go abroad. And if it doesn't come in time, you're at risk of losing your fare, losing the bookings, etc., etc. So the person out there doesn't really care except to get it in time. Now the second thing is, I hate when Ireland's second class. I hate when Ireland's in second place. So I think we should always strive to have the best public services anywhere in the world. So international comparators don't do anything for me. I want the best, because I think we can do the best, and I think it's about systems. Now, my view of the problem here, looking at the outside, is we need to analyse where are the most common problems that we're coming across. So the first one is a very simple one. I think it's a pity that there wasn't an instruction sent to An Garda Síochána 6 months ago or 8 months ago saying that Gardaí in stations that are not open 24/7 should not be signing passport forms. Or alternatively, put a system in place that if they did sign them, they would log it in the 24-hour station which is in their area. But the idea that you get the guard in good faith to sign it, and then they can't contact the station, and I can absolutely verify in most places in rural Ireland it's 2 hours a day. So I think that one could have been solved and could be solved tomorrow. So I hope there's something being done on that, and let's get on and do it. The second one is that I have cases that go back to February or early March, somebody travelling at the end of May. Now, in most of these cases that we're coming across, there was supporting documentation involved in the passport. And it seems that what happens is when there's supporting documentation, it's put aside until it's got to. Now, if you make a planning application in any local authority, the first thing they do with the documentation is triage the documentation to see if it's all there. And if it's not, they fail it and they say it's not passed. Now, I think in any passport application that needs supporting documents that's sent by post, that should be triaged to see is it all there in the beginning. Because if that had been done, a vast number of inquiries I received would also have been taken out of the bundle and would have solved them. And basically, more staff working in a system that isn't the best analytical system there doesn't ever solve the problem, because we know 80–90% of them are going through very fast, but it's the 5–10% or whatever number are getting really held up that are causing the grief, and they are the ones we need to focus on, find the reason, change the system and deal with the problem. Can I finally say, the tracking system is good, but I understand two things about it. When it says it's processing and there's a kind of bar that comes across, that's an average thing. That doesn't relate specifically to your own passport. Am I correct or not correct on that one? And the second one is...
Yes, Deputy.
And the second one is, when they get into printing, at that stage it's absolutely critical that it's kept really up to date to when it's going to hit the post. Because if it's going to hit the post today, you'll have it tomorrow. The postal service is really good, but that's when people are really, really dependent on the tracking system. And my time is up. I'd like to thank you, Minister, and I'm sure there are a whole lot of solutions in there, but I think we need to become solutions-based, analyse the problem and solve it.